Today I'm going to show you two applications that I use all the time for a variety of different cool things. If you're only going to watch one video on my channel, this would be the one to watch, especially if you're an assistant editor or a VFX editor. The two apps I'm talking about are TextWrangler and Name Mangler. Now, TextWrangler is no longer available, but the one that replaced it, BBEdit, is essentially the same. I promise that by watching this video, you'll be able to understand how to use BBEdit just as well. The only reason I don't carry it is because I just haven't gotten around to it. So what can you do? I'm going to show you a little trick with Name Mangler first. One thing that happens often is we have to turn over several reels to 3 different departments. So let's say the music department, the sound effects department, and the composer. Now 8 reels times 3 departments is 24 different bins that we got to keep track of. So one of the things that can get kind of annoying is naming those bins and putting them in folders by the same name. It's a lot of tedious work that is better off skipped. So let me show you what I mean. So I know I'm turning over 8 reels to 3 departments, that's 24 bins. So let's create 24 bins. All right, there's 24 bins. Now we want to rename these. So let's open this up at the Finder level and open up Name Mangler. We're gonna go to Sequence. I'm gonna put the first 8 in there for 8 reels. The prefix will be today's date. We'll do sound effects first. This is reel 1 through 8. Now the reason it's putting that number in there is because we're starting at number 1, increasing by 1, and the number of digits is auto. And then the suffix will be, you know, let's say the version was 0914. Hit rename, and they'll just rename instantly. Select the next 8. We're going to do to music. Next 8. We're going to go to the composer. I hope that's a little faster than you're used to. Now what I want to do is create folders based on these same names. Well, the TextWrangler way to do it is, let's say we have a folder somewhere on our Nexus called turnovers. I'm going to open up my terminal. I'm going to grab these and drop them in there. Copy all this text. Open up TextWrangler or BBEdit or whatever you're using. On a PC, it would be Notepad++. Paste this text in here. We're going to copy all of the text that leads up to the name of the file right there. And we're going to do a find and replace with /R and make sure Grep is turned off. Hit replace all, and then you'll be left with this. Now you just want to get rid of that part. And so you're only left with the name of the folders you want to create. So if you hold down Option, you can crosshair select, cut this out, and paste it. Now we've got the list of the folders that we want. So I'm going to save this into my tutorials folder, turnovers, as names.txt. Then I have this special script called make names folder. It's a Perl script. So in a terminal window, hit CD and drag the folder where your names.txt file is into the window and hit enter, and just paste this script and hit enter, and the folders will be created automatically. I'm sure there's a million other ways to do this, but this is my nerdy fun way to do it. Okay, what else can we do? When you get to the DI stage of any movie, one thing that constantly comes up is what's in my cut and what are they calling final? Now, VFX editors have access to a database. They have ways of doing this, obviously, but as an assistant editor, you might not always have that, or maybe you're in a situation where you're on a lower budget show and an advanced database is not available. Or here's the nerdy way to do it. So I have 3 VFX shots in this sequence, and they're on track 6. So I'm going to make an EDL of track 6. Now, obviously, I would not need to do this for a show that only has 3 VFX shots. You have to imagine that you're dealing with hundreds. This is just an example. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to put it in my tutorials folder, save. And in this tutorials folder is the finals list that I would have gotten from VFX. So let's open up my EDL. And what I want to do is extract these clip names. I'm going to copy the area from clip name, go to text, process lines containing, and I want to copy them to a new document. And it pulls them out like that. I'm going to crosshair select and move this, get rid of this stuff, crosshair select and get rid of that. Then the last part is I'm going to change the case of all this to lowercase. So all the stuff is lowercase now. I'm going to go into my finals list. I'm going to grab all the list of finals that they have and paste it into a new document. Now this part can be kind of fluid. I've made it the same for this one, but I have a special script. If you're not able to crosshair select them because they're different lengths or it's out of order or something, I have this thing called grep command remove, and all you have to do is hit find, paste this script, and all this will be in the description. Turn on grep, which is a special language for text manipulation, and hit replace all, and it will remove everything after the dot. So I know this is already all caps, but just to be 100% sure, make this all uppercase. Now you copy this and you paste it below your original text. Now you've got all the shots that are in the cut as lowercase and all the shots they're calling as final as uppercase. Okay, now I'm going to go up to text, process duplicate lines, matching all, numbers matching by value, delete duplicate lines. Now the only ones you're left with are the mismatches. So you have version 1 in your cut, and you have version 2 that they're calling out for. So now you found a mismatch. If you had a bunch of these, and I'm just going to copy paste this as an example, and let's say they were, maybe this one was down here, and it's all out of order, and you want to sort them by order, go to text, sort lines, numbers matching by value, replace selections, sort, and it will resort them in order, alphanumeric. Okay, as I'm sure you've probably guessed by now, there's a million different ways you can use this, and I hope you come up with some really creative ways to use it. I'll just show you one more. Name Mangler actually has an advanced tab that you can use to write your own special droplets. I'm not going to get too heavy into that, but I will show you one cool use. If you've seen my backup project video, you'll know that you can get your project into a zip file. What I like to do is when those zips are done zipping, I'll take them and drag them on a Name Mangler droplet, and it will append the parent folder name to the name of the zip file. That way you can just keep all the zip files and get rid of the folder and just have a bunch of zips named by date and time. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to you. If you come up with any other creative editorial related ways you can use these applications, please let me know via my email address, which is at the head of the video. Thank you.